last game of round 14. Round 15 tips off on Thursday night. Have a look at these games coming up because it is a huge week in the Sal's NBL. Airs and Giants, Thursday night. What a cracker. Maybe ranked number 1 heading into the finals is up for grabs there. Sharks and the Bulls. The Bulls on the southern swing. They take on the Nuggets on Sunday afternoon. The Bulls must win both the Hawks and the Rams. If the Rams win that, they could make it. Believe it or not, the Hawks could miss out completely.
We talk about a lot about those two teams at the top there, the Taranaki Airs and the Nelson Giants, playing off for 1 and 2, but how many teams are in contention to knock the others out for that last spot in the playoff?
Quite amazing, and don't forget, the Saints travel to Auckland on Saturday to take on the Tuatara, and that is looming as a massive game as well. Starters for the Giants tonight, they are at full strength. West, McNaught, Dempster, Thompson, Morning. What a settled starting unit it is. They're the best defense in the competition. They have not lost a game away from home this season. They are 7-0. It is quite amazing. Let's catch up with Coach Mike Fitchett.
Mike, been a great season for the Giants, and number 1 seed is right there, but it's a big few days coming up for the team.
Yeah, really ideal run into playoffs for us. Nice to lock in one of the top 2 seeds early, but to come to Wellington and then go to Taranaki as the lead-in for our playoffs is the best way to go into it.
The Saints have been in great form. What do you got to do really well tonight to get the win?
Yeah, slow them down. Obviously, Xavier Cooks in transition. They've got a number of great shooters. They're the best team playing the best in the league at the moment, them in Taranaki, I think. So it's going to be a tough night on their floor, so we'll see if we can go get that Shell Crash trophy.
And best defence up against the best offence makes for a great game. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, what a season that man Mike Fitchett and his team, the Nelson Giants, have had. The city is buzzing down there at the moment. Quite amazing. The Saints tonight, they also are at full strength. Upshaw Jr., Samuel, Cooks, Nartai, Vodanovic, the starters. Believe it or not, Mike Smith is coming off the bench.
How about that? I mean, Mike Smith is such an impact player and he's had a great season so far. Unfortunately, he had a bit of sickness, and look at the roster just picking up, and imagine that coming off the bench as you're getting settled into the game.
They've won 5 of their last 6, the Saints. They are steamrolling towards the final 6, but they must keep winning. Here's Coach Troy McLean.
Troy, no bigger game this season than tonight up against the Giants. They're top of the ladder for a reason. No doubt a hard battle coming the way for the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, top of the table for a reason. Pretty well-disciplined team, very well coached. But yeah, we like our chances. We have some momentum coming into the game, so we want to maintain that.
And that said, the Saints are in great form right now. What do you got to do really well tonight to get the win and stay in that hunt for a final 6 berth?
We got to continue to defend the way that we have, putting pressure where we can. Taking teams out of their patterning has been a big part of what's caused the run for us, so we want to continue to maintain that.
Best of luck out there tonight. Big game.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Well, Megan, as Magilla warms this crowd up, and it is a massive crowd in here tonight in the capital, let's have a look at the head-to-head. And what it tells us is it's the best offensive team up against the best defensive team. And if you go right down to the bottom of those stats there, the best 2 shooting teams from beyond the arc. When they last met, the Giants hit 18 triples.
And you talk about like the tale of the tape and the stats, and I'm really looking forward to seeing a couple of cracking matchups between Trey Morning the third and Xavier Cooks on the inside, although you did say that Xavier Cooks might come out playing point with Mike Smith sitting on the bench. But how about Jared West and Mike Smith matchup? I'm really looking forward to that too.
Yeah, they are going to go head-to-head at some stage during this game. The officials for this big one tonight, Melanie O'Connor, Callum Welch and Corey Hogg have the whistles. Strap yourselves in. Here's a fun fact for you. These 2 teams, the Saints have won 5 of their last 6. The Giants have won their last 4. The team that both teams lost to last,
The Taranaki Airs.
the Taranaki Airs.
Well, I can't stress enough, the last time I sat here with you, Justin, commentating against the Saints versus the Airs, a very, very close game. I think we even said maybe the best game that we'd seen in the Sal's NBL this season. Saints unfortunately didn't come out on top, but they were playing off for the 9th and 10th spot on the ladder.
It has been a remarkable season. In the run of the last 6 games, the Saints have averaged 106.5 points per game. They've scored in triple figures 6 games in a row. Their only loss in that stretch here at home to the Airs. The Giants have won their last 4. And as we said earlier on, they have not lost away from home this season. What a remarkable run they've had. And we are just about set to go. Tuesday night action in the Sal's NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes, and this could be the game of the season. We've got a violation in the jump.
A little too quick to the mark.
Almost takes the wind out of your sails.
And you were on such a roll, Justin. But we talked about the Nelson Giants haven't lost a game on the road all season, so it just puts a little bit of extra sizzle to this game, considering that the Saints have played some very, very good basketball at home.
And how big for this team. If they win tonight, they go in as the top team in the regular season for the first time since 1994. Here's Jared West. He's going to go from deep to get us started. Wasn't too far away. Morning had a hand on it. McNaught keeps it alive. Dempster, what a season he's had. Maybe the most improved player in the league at age 31. Here he is, the captain. Pulls up the dribble. Finds Jared West. Had 35 against the Saints first time out this season. Dempster short underneath Morning. Shot clock's gone. Doesn't matter. Here come the Saints. Darnay Samuel.
Love to see that. Darnay running the floor. Great tip on the rebound by Tom Vodonovic, and good heads-up play.
Opening points in this one to the Saints. Here's Alex McNaught taking on Upshaw Jr., who commits an early foul.
That's an interesting foul call, isn't it? It sort of sets the tone for the game when, you know, it technically is a violation, but sometimes you can let that one go.
How about Alex McNaught? Joined the Giants at the 2020 showdown and has been with them ever since. Here's Trey Morning. That one can't go. Nartai up big and strong for the rebound.
Well, from my seat here, he got up on that rebound, didn't he?
And you can see that backcourt of Nartai and Cooks doing the work early for the Saints. Here's Darnay Samuel. Loves to get this crowd going on the turnaround. Comes up short, and the Giants now on the attack through Morning, showing his handles. Nearly turned it over. Is there a backcourt violation there? There is. Early turnover to the team that looks after the ball more than any other in the competition.
I'd say the best defensive team in the competition, and that was a great defensive effort by the Saints. Unfortunate, you know, I think Darnay was looking for the foul call, but he didn't drop his head. He got back, he hustled, and actually was a really critical part of that turnover.
Early stages in this one. Upshaw Jr. Well, what an addition he's been to this Saints team. 17 points, 8 rebounds a game.
He's someone that can do it from all over the floor too. Lovely back to the basket move there.
Morning, West, Thompson, the 3 imports for the Giants. Getting some early touches. Sam Thompson outside. Dempster. Big triple from the Giants captain. And that's what he's been doing all season long. 3.3 triples a game.
Well, it's good defense to cut off Trey Morning as he was going to the basket, but left the shooter wide open.
Turnover. Dempster back the other way. West inside Trey Morning. Back-to-back baskets for the Giants. They have come to the capital and they have come here to play. Here's Vodanovic. McNaught in front of him. He likes that matchup, and for good reason.
What a take. Great body position. Saw the gap and went for it.
Jared West. Arguably MVP of the season. Here he is, out of control there. The Saints pick it up. Upshaw to Cooks. Xavier Cooks to the basket for 2.
Time. I'm going to say, telling you what, loving Darnay Samuel's defense right now. He's been responsible for 2 turnovers on the defensive end.
Saints leading this one early. McNaught hands it over to Thompson. He backs it back out. Upshaw Jr. in front of him. With the jumper. That one a little bit too much on it. Saints bring it up again. They've had a good start in front of their hometown fans for the last time this regular season. Jordan Nartai getting in on the action as well.
The point guard that's got the size advantage there on Jared West took advantage of that and took him down low.
Here's Thompson. Sends it into the corner. West quickly on the move. They swing the ball out to Dempster. One step inside the arc. Pulls up that one halfway down. Battle underneath. No foul called with some contact. Upshaw showing his class. Vodanovic in the corner. Drains the big three. Tommy V for three. Saints out by 8. Heading up strong back the other way. How about Thompson? He's off to the Razine.
Wow, where do we start on that? I'd love to see a replay because I'm not quite sure which part of that last play we want to comment on. But
action aplenty. Upshaw Jr. will be subbed out with 2 early fouls in this one. Mike Smith onto the court. Ken Tuppen as well, the Saints skipper. What a start by the home team tonight.
Certainly was. They've certainly, I think, taken the challenge, playing a really good switching defense, particularly up top, and getting their hands in the passing lane to create some early turnovers from a team, as you say, that really look after the ball.
Last time these two teams met back in mid-June, both teams had 4 players in double-figure scoring. Saints won the battle in the paint 50-24. The Giants dropped 18 triples. Saints led by as much as 13 during the third quarter. Giants won by 3.
I certainly did. I remember watching that game and it was on the edge of the seat, kind of,
Vodanovic couldn't put the second effort away. Xavier Cooks just makes it look so easy at times.
Certainly does when he's in the air and changing direction.
A lot of contact inside between Vodanovic and Mourning. No whistle on the first contact, but a whistle on the second as Vodanovic picks up the foul.
There's one thing that we're certain about this game will be a physical one, as Reggie Upshaw Jr. on the bench with 2 early fouls in the first quarter.
In that win, by the way, the Giants hit 7 threes in the last quarter. McNaught just stepped inside the floor when he got it back, but he's turned it over on the pass. Looking for Thompson, he found Mike Smith. Back into this Saints team tonight after missing last week with illness. Here's Cooks, doesn't get the roll.
And unlucky on those last couple, but to say he can get to the basket really at will.
Halfway through the first quarter, Saints stuck on 6. That's a tough shot for Sam Dempster over Xavier Cooks.
That is a long arm.
6'10". Here he is. Can play the 1 to the 5. He likes this matchup on Dempster. Goes to work. Can't get it to fall off the glass as the Giants try and up the tempo. And Kenneth Tuppen just getting a hand on that. 13-6 early. Timeout in this one. Tuesday night Sal's NBL action. How about the crowd here tonight, Megan, at the TSB Bank Arena? Quite amazing.
I'll tell you what, Justin, the crowd every night at the Saints game, Wellington certainly love their basketball, and they've been turning out in force this year, regardless of where the Saints have sat on the ladder.
Well, speaking of crowds as well, the Giants will finish the regular season with 2 away games. They sold out every game this season.
They certainly did.
They have been a success story. They've only got to win 1 of these 2 games tonight against the Saints, Thursday night against theirs. They win 1 of those 2 games, they lock down top spot. And of course, final 6 next week. first and second place go straight through to the semi-finals.
Would you be so bold as to say the best Giants team in history?
I don't think I have any confidence in saying that, because I know a lot of former Giants players,
including one of your Sky commentary colleagues.
They would string me up. Phil Jones, Chris Simpson. I think the Giants have had many a good team over the years. They've won 3 titles, of course. The Saints have won 12.
Well, I bet Phil has been enjoying watching his basketball team down there. As much as we are neutral, Justin, I'm sure that he's been really enjoying seeing the success of the Nelson Giants, his team, and as you say, his team that he probably was part of that really early success in the 1990s.
I wrote an article today, Megan, as play about to get back underway. The Saints won the title in 2019 with a 20-0 season. If they go on and win the title this season, which is better? What they've done in 2022 or what they did in 2019? Nick Trathan, by the way, misses the 3. Saints, in fact, Giants will come up with it. Which is better, the 20-0 season?
I'm going to answer that question and say there's nothing better than a Cinderella story. I mean, it's crazy to say that we're talking about the Wellington Saints as the Cinderella team.
I think
the potential Cinderella team of this tournament.
I think most people would agree that 2022 is a more competitive league than 2019. Absolutely. It is a good conversation, though.
And what the Saints have done to fight back from bottom of the ladder positioning to where they are now, sitting in a position to lock in a playoff spot.
Trathan given a bit too much space there. Hits a couple of 3s a game. The Saints won't want to leave him alone too often. Here's Tuffin inside, trying to get the roll on Thompson.
Just a little unlucky, and the seems to be a lid on the basket, but
here's Thompson now, back the other way on Tuffin. Nartai steps in to help out. Does enough to force the shot off to the left. The Giants come up with it yet again. Jared West yet to score.
Certainly a lot of the players liking that one-on-one matchup down low, taking advantage of some mismatch, trying their luck.
Winiata Molliverhill into the game. Best mullet in the Sal's NBL in season 2022.
Well, what a season he's had. He's just such a great impact player off the bench.
Plays his role, doesn't he? Here's West now. Marsh, the lefty, comes up short. Samuel cleans it up underneath. Saints up by 4. Mike Smith puts on the afterburners, draws the foul, and he's off to the Razine.
I was just noting that's the first foul that the Giants have committed in the first quarter. It's not a surprise that it's Mike Smith with his driving force to the basket.
Commonwealth Games on at the moment. Megan, lots of action, of course. It's all on Sky Sport. Not sure if you've been sitting up every night, but I certainly have. 6 channels of sport across the Commonwealth Games. The reason why I mention that is the track and field not too far away.
And how good have our cyclists been?
Been good.
Fantastic. It's a great news story for a sport that's been under a cloud for such a long time.
If the Sal's NBL players went into the 100-metre sprint, who wins it? Here's Trey Morning from the corner. Just hit the side of the backboard.
So now Tall Ferns unfortunately went down to Canada, but they're playing for what we're calling the Rose Gold.
Of course, that's in the 3x3. Winiata Molliverhill drains the 3, but that won't count. Yeah, 100-metre sprint between Sal's NBL players. I think Mike Smith would be in the final.
He'd be up there. He would absolutely be up there.
Anthony Hilliard. Sean Willett. There's some very quick players in this competition. Inbound pass. Xavier Cooks doesn't get the roll. There's Darnay Samuel, who's been very active early. Foul is against Marsh. Mike Fitchett yelling out at his charges, saying, hey, we scouted that. Let's switch on. Talking about the baseline inbounds.
That's his first foul.
Samuel fires from deep. That one is off. Battle underneath. They'll get it back, the Saints. Off the hand of Tyler Marsh.
Good hustle there by Winiata Mulvihill to make that play.
Saints triple figures in their last 6 games, 15 points only so far in the game. They are up against the best defense. Big question mark on the Giants tonight is whether they can score enough. Xavier Cooks draws the foul.
Talking about scoring, you know, that they've got 15 points on the board. Xavier Cooks is sitting on 2 points, but he's missed about 3 or 4 usual gimmies for him, right around the rim. I don't think that he's going to continue to shoot that percentage as the game goes on. He's going to find his rhythm, and those will start to drop.
Saints 6 of 15 so far. Giants 3 of 14. Cooks misses on the first shot from the Razine. In fact, his only weakness this season, to be fair, is from the line. He goes at 59%.
He's as you said, an incredible player. I think we're lucky to have him here, and he's not over in the US plying his trade for the NBA. But if there is one little chink to his armour, it is the free throw percentage, and that's always been a battle for the tall guys, isn't it?
Absolutely, of course. Re-signed with the Sydney Kings in the Australian NBL. Here he is on the second. He makes that. Saints out to a 7-point lead. Big road trip here for the Giants. Saints tonight, Airs Thursday night. All the coverage, of course, on your home of sport, Sky Sport. Jared West still to score in this one. Schwelliger into the action, comes up short. Sam Thompson cleans it up. We know he can get going, Sam Thompson.
Great
18
read
points
from
a
the
game.
top.
Hands in the lane. Jared West, #1 for steals in the competition. Fouled. He wants the shot. He's going to get the shot, in fact. He's going to go to the Razine here for 3 shots. No doubt he made a late decision to pass. Here's the replay. GJ Gardner replay. Now watch this. Goes up. Thinks no, I'll pass. Was fouled. Given the benefit of the doubt.
So they take him to the line.
Yep, for 3 shots.
Mulvihill knew exactly what he did as well. He hit his head in frustration at the end of that call. He just got caught on the arm on the way through.
How about the season from the Giants, number 23, Jared West Megan, #1 in the league for assists, #1 in the league for steals, #4 in minutes played, and he is right up there in contention for the 2022 MVP.
And he can score a little bit as well, a tidy little 18 or so points a game.
Well, he's going to get the chance to get his first points in this one. Still yet to score. Short on the first one, and 4,000 Saints fans let him know exactly where he is. 82% shooter from the Razine this season. Second shot is good. If you're from out of town, this crowd has a habit of reminding you very quickly where you are.
Or where you're not.
Third one is good. 2 of 3 from the line, and it's back to 4. Here's Vodanovic. Did he travel there? He'll end up with the shot. Not too far away as Nick Trathan takes the rebound. A local product. So too Marsh. Here's West. Draws the double. Dempster on the wing. Gets on the attack. Floats high. Can't finish the shot under some big defense. Here's Tuffin. Sends it on, one more pass. Winiata Mulvihill.
Making up for the one that he missed just before, but he does not miss many when he's wide open. Great extra pass by Kenneth Tuffin.
Back the other way. Schwelliger on the rebound. Should have put that away. Tyler Marsh will get the points on the putback.
Tyler Marsh for 2.
That's a lot of offensive rebounds the Saints are giving up for some easy baskets.
6 offensive rebounds in this first quarter for the Giants. Nothing in this game. What an exciting first quarter it's been. Here's Mike Smith, draws 3 players to him, which leaves Darnay Samuel open in the corner. West now looking to get on the attack. Marsh, Schwalger. Hands it off to Trathan. Shot clock down to 7, to 6, to 5. Marsh from deep. Had the distance. Didn't have the accuracy. Dying seconds of the opening quarter here. Offensive foul against Kenneth Tuffin, and the Giants will come up with the last shot. Jared West, by the way, very slow to get up here.
No, you don't like to see that, but that is a unlucky call. With 8 seconds to go, final possession, and just finishing off the first quarter with possession and a basket.
GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There it is, just there. Tuffin just leaning in to Jared West. 4.2 on the clock. Dempster's got to get it in. There's a foul off the ball here, and that is against Kenneth Tuffin for holding Sam Thompson. And I think that'll put Sam Thompson to the Racine. It will.
It will. 5 team fouls. Put him to the line to finish out that last 4 seconds. And after a really good, strong start from the Saints, they'll be a bit disappointed with the end of this first quarter.
Well, Kenneth Tuffin will be a bit disappointed to pick up 2 fouls there. And that's something that both he and the Saints will now need to be mindful of. Upshaw Jr. with 2 fouls. Tuffin with 2. Thompson makes the first from the coloured stripe. And whilst it seems, Megan, the Saints have had the better of the first quarter, it's only a 3-point margin. And in fact, it'll stay at 3. Saints will get a final shot here. Winnietta Mulvihill had the crowd on their feet. Quarter time. What a big one tonight in the capital. 4,000 packed in to TSB Bank Arena. And it is shaping up as a classic. The Saints lead this one by 3, second quarter. Not too far away. We'll see you soon.
Harper, your punch. Going south, Bella, north. It's it, simple. Make the layup, come back, get it out and chuck it on the ground. Make another one. Are you ready? Lots of encouragement for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Count this down with me in 3, 2, 1, go. Harper off to a start, going south. Just like Dan, make buckets. Bella makes the first one. McKellar drops the chocolate. Keep cheering them on, ladies and gentlemen. Bella to my left, Harper to my right. Harper makes the buckets. Bella makes another one. Taking home with sliced scratches. Makes the south pizza. Harper makes another one. Bella on fire. There you go, Harper. Keep going. Couple seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Keep cheering them on. Bella gets another one. She'll go for the 5th. They're going to take it home anyway. Bella Cox to the left, Harper McLean to the right. Remember these names. Future start of the game, I am sure. That will do. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Harper and Bella.
Welcome back to the Capital tonight. Big crowd in attendance. Final regular season home game for the Saints. They lead this one by 3 at quarter time over the Giants. Justin Nelson with you, right alongside me, Megan Compain. Your thoughts to quarter time, Megan?
Well, we knew we were going to be in for a contest with the best offensive team in the league, the best defensive team in the league, two of the best shooting percentage teams in the league. Both teams haven't actually shot the ball that well. That's not probably a sign of how they can shoot the ball, so it'd be good to see the ball starting to drop in the second quarter.
Saints shooting at 38%, Giants at just 25%. Upshaw Jr. back into the contest. Dempster with the rebound. Giants will be pretty happy to play this style of game at the moment. Here's Thompson. Turns the corner. Smith shuts him down. On the turnaround, what a sweet shot that is from Sam Thompson.
To say, once that guy heats up, he can certainly take control of the game. That was a beautiful fadeaway jump shot.
18 points a game. Margin back to 1. Vidanovic dumps it inside. Samuel got the mismatch on West, and how smart was Tom Vidanovic, who was about to shoot the ball.
And a great post-up, his body position by Dane underneath the hoop to get an easy 2.
Here's the matchup you wanted, Megan. Mike Smith and Jared West. West gets some space here. Can hit triples and will get the roll.
That's a friendly rim for the away team there.
Doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they do. Ties it up. Upshaw Jr. here. Shot clock to 7. Goes it alone. Can't complete the effort. And back come the Giants again. This crowd just silenced at the moment. Trathan short on the shot. Dempster had it and lost it underneath. Mike Smith comes up with it. We know he loves to run. Off he goes. He attacks the basket and gets the roll.
I was going to say, if it's good enough for the Giants, surely it's going to be good enough for the Saints. And Mike Smith taking it coast to coast and getting the friendly roll.
West goes again. Big shot from Jared West. Nothing but net. And the Giants have the lead for the first time tonight.
So quick off the mark, right, coming off that on-ball screen, and that's how he beat the Saints in that last time they met down in Nelson.
Hits nearly 3 triples a game. Vidanovic aggressive to the basket. Big and strong.
Strong move by Tommy V. I think he might have been looking for the referee on that call as well, see whether there was some hand on the ball.
He's really matured as a player, Tom Vidanovic. West going again. Was there a foul there? No. Good defense in the end by Vidanovic, just avoiding contact.
I don't know why I put my hands up as if I was on the court. I was like, I didn't touch him, I promise.
Well, it's been that sort of season in the Cells NBL. The fans, the commentators, all of you at home watching, we're riding every bump, every move, and every basket. Sam Thompson comes up short on that turnaround off the glass. Here's Upshaw Jr. Sends it to Vidanovic over Dempster. Can't complete. Thompson rebound. West wants to get going here. Brings it up the floor. Has Upshaw Jr. in front of him. Puts on the afterburners and leaves him in his dust.
What a move. He saw the mismatch. He knew that he could take him on, and he took it straight to the hole.
Basket for basket right now. Midway through the second. Hope you're enjoying it. Was there a foul there? Yes, there was. That'll count.
We can say Mike Smith has a signature move. It's going to the basket, getting fouled, making it, and hitting the deck.
There he is, the Saints number 24, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Have a look at this one. Gets past Trathan.
Wow. Such strength to keep his composure in the air while he's getting knocked. Bringing it home, and then he usually converts from the line as well, so he really takes advantage of that three-point play.
A huge week in the Cells NBL. For 8 teams, believe it or not, still in contention for the final 6 as Giants coach Mike Fitchett calls a timeout. Saints lead this one by 2. Saints, this game tonight, they play against the Tuatara on Saturday night. That game live on Sky Sport and right across the country on Prime. And that game on Saturday night has taken on a very different look, because I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that Chris Johnson, 71-game NBA, flies back into the country tomorrow. How about that?
Let's hope I think the Saints will be hoping he's still carrying a little bit of jet lag, but I seriously doubt it. That is really big news for the Tuatara. I mean, they are a strong team him on the court, Twin Towers, they're a very difficult team to beat.
Tucky Barrington comes back in, of course, fresh off becoming a bronze medalist in the Asia Cup with the Tall Blacks. So that's going to strengthen the Tuatara up. And if the Airs lose Thursday night against the Giants and the Tuatara win on Saturday night against the Saints, the Tuatara go into the top 2.
No, it's actually like the Matrix, Justin. It's hard to keep track of all the permutations, but
it's very easy to get dizzy.
It does make you dizzy, but what it says is this: the league this year, the talent from team to team to team, no game can be you can take advantage of. It's just been such an exciting competition to watch.
Back underway. Saints lead narrowly. West is starting to get going in this one. He's crafty. Sends it down to Thompson. Loves this spot on the court. Nails another one. That's 2 this quarter from the short corner. Scores locked together again. Inside, Upshaw Jr. draws the foul. That'll be against Tyler Marsh.
Lovely cut to the basket. I think he's a bit disappointed that he couldn't make that basket fall to go to the Rosine for a third, but...
Tyler Marsh, that's his second foul.
And how about
Reggie Upshaw Jr. to
the addition of Reggie Upshaw Jr. to the Saints late in the season, and very fortuitous is probably the best way to describe it. I think it's well known now that Reggie Upshaw Jr. is the partner of Tokomanawa Queen's star import Jamie Nard. What a package deal that's ended up being
for Wellington.
For the capital.
Wellington have certainly benefited from those 2 incredible athletes picking us to come and play.
Jamie Nard, of course, 6 of 6 triples the other night with the Queens beating the Pauakai. Here's West. Dempster gets on the dribble, and a big block there from Upshaw Jr. Second effort from Dempster, third effort from Dempster. What's going to happen here? Whistle's gone. There was at least 2 blocks in there. Melanie O'Connor and Callum Welsh having a chat. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There's the first block. There's the second block. One whistle went, I think, or certainly play stopped. But Sam Dempster is asking for the basket. I'm not sure that there's a call here, is there?
I'm not quite sure if there's a call either. Was it a whistle, a phantom whistle?
I know the players stopped, but if there's no whistle, why does the basket not count to Sam Dempster? Would need to see that one again, but I don't think there was a whistle.
That wasn't a foul.
And the score has not counted there.
Well, the players don't seem too upset about it, so we might learn a bit more.
Well, Mike Fitchett is certainly asking a few questions on the sidelines, but anyway, we're back underway.
And it's a tied ball game, 28-28 with 5 minutes to go in the second.
There's Upshaw Jr. inside, misses off the glass. Dempster with the rebound. And this is becoming a real arm wrestle. West again. Upshaw Jr. in front of him. Hesitation, hands it off. McNaught, Thompson open. Hands it off. Marsh now finds McNaught for 3. That one misses. So some baskets going begging at both ends of TSB Bank Arena tonight. Maybe Mike Smith can change that. He can.
Well, if you're a basketball school nut, you love to see what the Nelson Giants were doing just before, how many passes they made to get an open shot. Didn't make it. At the other end, Mike goes down, dribble, pull up 3.
And that is the margin in the game. As Marsh attacks the basket, Nartai got a hand on that. 4.4 seconds on the shot clock here for the Giants to do some magic as Vodanovic and Samuel come back into the game.
Both teams are doing a really good job of getting their hands in the passing lane to just either tip the ball or just give that offensive player a second thought. And there's a third.
Nearly for Sam Thompson. Came up short on that attempt. Xavier Cooks, eyes for the basket, and that's why. You can see it in his eyes, Megan. We've said this so many times. He might even be signalling a travel there on himself. I'm not sure what that was about. Was he calling his own travel there?
I think he is.
I think it was a studded step to start.
Oh, but look, we'll take the three-point players is what Coach McLean is probably trying to tell him, like, appreciate your honesty, but just let's settle down. But how quick was that move to the basket?
Well, as I just said, you see it in his eye. We've seen it so many times this season. He knows when he's going to go, and he converts from the line. That might be one of the most comical things I've seen this season. I'm sure after he'd finished that shot, he signalled that he travelled.
I tell you what, it is an absolute pleasure to watch Xavier Cooks play this close to the basket.
6-point margin now. They've scored the last 6 in the game, the Saints. Thompson, can he get one back? Nice hesitation underneath, got Samuel off the floor. And Thompson now moves up to 10 in the game. Here's Vidanovic.
Oh, lovely move.
Well, the pivot back to the basket got the job done. 9 in the game for Tommy V tonight.
With both teams recognising that mismatch down low, taking advantage.
Dempster loves a triple.
And again, not an easy shot with the outstretched defensive arms of Xavier Cooks.
How good has Sam Dempster's season been in 2022? It's amazing to think at age 31, he could win the most improved player of the year. I think he will. Good defense. Thompson on Smith. Samuel with a late shot from deep. Margin at 3, halftime not too far away. Oh, McNaught left alone in the end. Found Thompson, he's fouled. He's off to the Racine. Just a misread defensively there by the Saints. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay, there's the foul, surrounded by blue singlets.
There's the switch on the outside shot there, left McNaught open to the, driving to the hoop. Lovely pass and dish inside.
Foul ended up being called on Jordan Nartai. They could probably have raffled it there, the Saints. Thompson tonight, 4 of 8, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. That one from the Racine is in and out. He's 2 of 5 from the stripe now. Goes at 84% this season. Second shot, looks short, but he will get the roll. What have you made of his game so far tonight, Megan? Sam Thompson.
Certainly come out firing in the second quarter, hasn't he? He's found his groove on the, particularly in that baseline fadeaway jump shot. He is deadly with the ball in his hands.
Tommy V with the quick shot to miss. Offensive foul. Speaking of Sam Thompson, just trying to create some space there for his point guard, Jared West. Foul was well picked up by Callum Welsh as Nick Trathan comes back onto the floor for the Giants, gives Thompson a rest.
And all of a sudden the Giants won't be liking the way that foul count is starting to stack up against a few of their key players.
Haven't seen Trey Morning for a while. He does have 2 fouls. He's only played 7 minutes in the game. Just the 2 points so far tonight for Morning. Nartai short, West with the rebound. And I've got a feeling we may see a change with the referees at halftime here. I'll tell you more in a moment. As Marsh short on the 3 ball. Just over a minute to play. 2-point game. Giants maybe with the steal. No. Tyler Marsh can't keep it in. Hayden Pipe is just over the back of us here, Megan. And he's preparing to come into this game as an official. Melanie O'Connor has just been moving a little bit gingerly the last couple of minutes. Maybe an injury. Here's Xavier Cooks. How strong's that?
That's strong. Let's take advantage again of that mismatch with back to the basket, but I think you're right. Moving a little bit gingerly, looks like a hip. And that's no disrespect at all.
No, 400 games
Oh,
plus.
absolutely. She is an absolute idol. I actually grew up with Melody in Wanganui, and if she can still run like that, I can't.
Jared West with the long bomb. Giants get it back. Nearing the last 30 seconds of this first half. It's been an exciting one. Dempster to the corner. Trathan stepped over the sideline. Coach killer. And the Saints will get it back with a chance. Maybe at a 2-for-1 here if they're quick. Although they're quite content.
I think they'll certainly be looking to end the second quarter a bit better than they did the first quarter, slowing the ball down, looking for one last shot.
Saints have won this quarter 19-18 after winning the first 19-16. Here's Smith, dazzling with his handles. Nartai on the step back, and Giants now with a late chance. Last few seconds. McNaught's going to have to put it up. It's close. Very close indeed. Didn't drop though. And at half time, we've got a close one here tonight. Been a great game. Saints lead it by 4. Not much in it this evening. A real arm wrestle unfolding. Home team at the moment needing to win. Not only tonight, but also Saturday night to keep their final 6 chances alive. It is nail-biting stuff at the moment in the NZNBL. Of course, this is the last game of round 14. Round 15 tips off on Thursday night. Half-time in this one. Saints lead it by 4. A huge second half still to come. Stats coming up after the break.
Right, we've got some tickets up for grabs. These are good friends at Good Media. We've got 2 to the World Wearable Arts Award Show, and we've got 2 double passes to this week's game. The Wellington Lions taking on Bay of Plenty. Real simple, and I'm going to need everyone's help in the building, and especially DJ Gooden, my good friend. It's red light, green light. All right, ladies and gentlemen, count them down. So what they're going to do is they're going to make their way. First 3 or last 3 standing. We'll see what happens to make the basket. But remember, you've got to stop when the music stops. All right, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We'll get a couple at the end.
You're all out. Yeah. Head off, Spencer. Go again.
We'll get a couple at the end.
Yep.
That's okay.
McGillis out. McGillis.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, show us what it looks like.
Two's in. Doesn't count.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at half time. That's great.
And that's it. We got our 3 winners. Wow. Lucky we didn't have that massive dome.
Yeah.
You're all gone.
We're at a replay of the Cooks calling his own travel.
Thankfully, you can give it up for our competitors in that one.
We'll go stats first, Rich. We'll go stats. We'll talk final 6, and then we'll bring that up. Thanks, mate.
it's quite a low-scoring game for these two teams, isn't it? Saints shooting percentage in the second half.
He can probably come back in and get a shot of us. And then we'll go to stats. Maybe wide shot, maybe wide shot first, mate.
No.
Welcome back to TSB Bank Arena tonight. A huge game to finish round 14 in the Sal's NBL, and it is a nail biter. We came in expecting this tonight, Megan Compain, and we haven't been disappointed in the first half.
Oh, we certainly haven't. There is nothing in this game, and there is nothing in these two teams. And we talked about it before, the Saints, the best offensive scoring team in the league, the Giants, the best defensive team in the league. Well, they are just completely matched tonight, neck and neck.
4-point margin. Let's have a look at the stats to half time. And it is an arm wrestle. Mike Smith, who didn't start tonight, came off the bench. One of the most comical things I've seen this season occurred in the second quarter. We were talking about the fact that Xavier Cooks got to the basket, was fouled. Have a look at his response here. He's gone, yep, that was a travel. Here it is, another angle. Gets to the basket, draws the foul, and then just politely says to everyone, yeah, I travelled there.
And the Giants picked up on it as well and thought that was pretty funny as they walked past the foul line. He's like, well, I'll take it, I'll take it.
That. Gotta love that.
Coach Troy McLean's probably sitting there going, hey, cut it, man. I know you're the nicest man in the league, but let's just take the 3 points and be done with it.
Crowd having a great time tonight. 4,000 packed in here at TSB Bank Arena. It's a Tuesday night, but hey, they're loving the Sal's NBL action. Saints lead this one by 4. Second half coming up after the break. How long, Rich?
Saints family, give it up for the Hell
Thanks, mate.
And welcome on to
Hugh Bainan, Hugh, I'd love to get your take on the final six as it relates to this team and this league this year, 2022.
Well, let me just look for my abacus. I don't think I have it with me tonight. Geez, that is a tough calculation. So I sat down, did a fair bit of work on it today. A lot depends on this game tonight, for sure. If the Giants get up tonight, they've got a whole heap of other teams a big favour. Because obviously the Giants are locked into 1 or 2. Their game on Thursday night with the Taranaki Airs will probably decide who comes 1 or 2. The Auckland Tuatara are sitting at home going, we can come 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th or 6th. They're the only other team locked into the top 6. This Saints side basically and simplistically need wins, but they can still lose tonight and make it. We've got the Rams and the Bulls on the outside looking in. Both can still make it. And the Hawks kind of on the precipice there in a bit of purgatory right now with a game against the Rams and a game with some feeling coming up this weekend as well. So that's not really an answer, because right now there isn't an answer. We'll see what happens tonight, and then on the NBL website tomorrow, you'll see there'll be it all explained who needs to do what.
I feel like you need a mathematics degree or PhD from MIT to even understand and explain that. But, okay, you're a Nelson man at heart. What's your pick for tonight?
Honestly, this one is going left, to and fro. I think the Giants obviously have the more experienced coaching staff, with Mike Fitchett, of course, one of the most experienced coaches in the league. What a job Troy McLean's done, though, since he took over the reins here. So that's a real chess match in itself and a great challenge for Coach McLean. I don't think we haven't seen a lot of Trey Morning tonight, obviously with foul trouble, and I don't think we've seen the best of Jared West yet. However, this Saints side runs so deep, and at any moment, Darnay Samuel can get red hot. Xavier Cooks can get red hot. Tom Bananucci, anyone's going. May the best man win.
Well, the walking encyclopedia himself, Hugh Bainan. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go enjoy this game as a fan now, all right? Thank you.
Well, thanks, Megan. As you can see, when you talk final six, we're all trying to work it out. It's just an unbelievable season in the Sal's NBL. Second half not too far away from getting underway here. Crowd right into this one, making plenty of noise tonight at TSB Bank Arena. Saints lead it by 4 as Megan Compain rejoins me. And I was just saying, Megan, everyone's trying to work out the final six. We've got no idea. Oh, how about this for a start for the Giants? Sam Thompson getting up. And that's just the start the visitors wanted here tonight.
Certainly does. It cuts it down to a 2-point lead as well. But my goodness, I was about to sit down and say, coming out of that halftime, what are those coaches saying to these teams?
Oh, Xavier Cooks.
Back to back, the two stars of the teams, and the crowd is going absolutely wild.
Geez, you and Hugh Bainan can talk.
He's a walking encyclopedia.
Oh,
that's amazing.
you've got to love it. Got to love it. Here's McNaught for 3. That one is short. Now, there has been a change to the officials at halftime. By the way, we alluded to something coming up as Ngatai turns it over. So Melanie O'Connor, with what looks to be a lower leg injury, has been replaced by Hayden Pipe.
So just a bit of miscommunication there with Jordan Ngatai and Xavier Cooks, but both teams have actually taken pretty good care of the ball, considering the really strong defensive pressure and pressure in the passing lanes that both teams have been demonstrating through the first half.
Biggest difference in the game at the moment, Saints shooting at 44%, Giants at 33%.
And again, I put that down to the defensive pressure that they're putting on those shots. They're not getting a lot of open looks, hand in faces and pressure on the ball.
More than half of the Giants' shots have been from beyond the arc. As McNaught turns it over. Passed it straight to Ngatai, but he gets it back, Alex McNaught. How about that from the young man? Thompson back the other way. Luckily, it ends up with Trey Morning, who's fouled. Highlights are plenty to start this second half. And how about the defense of young Alex McNaught?
Well, we just talked about both teams taking pretty good care of the ball, and we had back-to-back turnovers just then, resulting in an almost absolute highlight reel there by Trey Morning, coming strong down the lane.
Played just under 8 minutes in the first half. That's it for Trey Morning. Had 2 early fouls in this game.
And Jim of the league, South NBL. Hugh Vayner made mention of that in the interview at halftime, talking about the experience of this Nelson Giants team, that we probably haven't seen the best of them in this first half because some of the key players have been sitting out with early foul trouble.
Did he happen to tip a winner?
No, he stayed very neutral on that, although every Nelson blood vessel in his veins would have been calling for a Giants win.
It pays to stay neutral. Oh, Xavier Cooks is going to end up with it here. Well, that just dropped into his hands because the pass wasn't meant for him. It was Samuel Tanato, a deflection. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Watch this. There's the pass intended for Nato, who I think maybe got a tap on it in the end.
Take the assist. Take the assist. And that was a dunk and a half, and great to see Xavier Cooks getting animated and excited.
How about the season of this guy? Ranks 4th in the league for scoring, 4th in the league for field goal percentage, 3rd in rebounds, 3rd in offensive rebounds, 8th in blocks.
We talked about the one chink of his armour is his free throw percentage as he banks home that foul shot and gives a little giggle as he turns and runs down the other end of the court.
He's been entertaining tonight. There's Trey Morning. He can't get the roll. Vodanovic with the rebound. That's his 4th of the game. Natai to the corner. Samuel had it spent before he got it. Now he goes to work on Dempster. No basket
shot,
there.
Just a little short off the rim, and Dane just held to 4 points in this game. It's interesting though because we know how offensively potent he can be, so you wouldn't be surprised if he starts heating up if he gets the ball in his hands.
McNaught underneath. Morning has to go up in the end and does. And we didn't see a lot of him in the first half, but he's just starting to make his presence felt early here in the 3rd quarter. Turnover. Number 1 for steals in the competition, Jared West comes up with it again. Look at that big step back for 3. Can't finish. There's a foul off the rebound. And I think that's going to go the way of Sam Thompson. It does. Thompson with his 4th foul of the game. And Mike Fitchett in front of us, Megan.
That's going to hurt.
He has just blown a fuse. Can't believe the call. He thought both players were wrapped up there. You can see him in the end with a wide grin on his face. But I can tell you beneath that grin, he was not happy with that call at all.
No, and that's a big blow for the Nelson Giants early in the 3rd quarter. Have Sam Thompson sitting the bench for 4 fouls.
Great setup by the Saints. Tom Vodanovic letting the Giants know all about it. Trey Morning here is in the middle of a Saints sandwich. He's just trying to get through to speak to his teammates. And just a little bit of feeling here between the Saints and the Giants.
I was actually wondering where the referees were in all this, and they were actually right in the middle.
Well, I think everyone was in about a 2-metre radius then.
And it broke up without incident, but it just goes to show how the passions are running high and how important this game is, and both teams know it.
And there's the foul there. It was just before the shot. Alex McNaught had a hand in the back of Tom Vodanovic. Not a lot in it, to be honest. But Tommy V certainly let young Alex McNaught know all about it.
Certainly did, didn't he?
Saints out by 6. Sam Thompson sitting with 4 fouls.
That's that defensive passing lane that the Saints, as I say, from the beginning of the season to now, what I've found that they've improved so much on is their pressure defense. Putting pressure on the backcourt a little bit more than they used to, and getting their hands in the passing lanes.
Saints in a zone there. Trey Morning got the shot. Here's Mike Smith. And all of a sudden now, the Saints are out to a 9-point lead. And the Giants, at the top of the table, Nelson Giants, need to try and find a response. We know the Saints can score incredibly quickly.
Look at the pressure there from Xavier Cooks all over Sam Dempster.
Morning inside, McNaught out, Dempster. Killer shot from Sammy Dempster.
It's assassin-like.
He's been doing it all season. Brings it back to 6. Giants certainly not done with yet. Upshaw Jr. goes in hard on Dempster. Where's the contact? Finishes the shot.
That offensive patience by the Saints, getting the ball moving from side to side and creating those open lanes, which Reggie Upshaw Jr. just took advantage of there, making his path to the basket.
Well, depending on how things end up come Sunday night, there's every chance these two teams could meet in a semi-final next week. Mind you, there's every chance that 8 teams could end up in the semi-final next week.
Can we like don't look? I think the
I'm
audience has probably
guessing.
had enough.
I'm going to stop guessing.
Of trying to work out the different permutations that a result of one way or the other might mean tonight. But regardless, we have a very, very good game of basketball on our hands.
Margin at 8. Here's West. Dempster, extended defense by the Saints now. They are trying to put the hammer down. West with the miss. Giants keep it alive through Trayton. Morning will fire from deep. He comes up well short. Smith keeps it in. And Xavier Cooks draws the foul on Nick Trayton. Always plenty of entertainment here at TSB Bank Arena, isn't there?
Tell you what, the Saints have really stepped up their defensive pressure. I think I mentioned it 4 or 5 times tonight already, but I haven't been here for a few weeks, Justin, and every time I see the Saints through the season, they've just continued to improve and improve and improve, and the how they're playing for Coach Troy McLean, I think, is absolutely outstanding. I love their energy, I love their passion, but they're improving on the things that Troy said early on that they needed to improve on.
13-9 run in the opening half of this third quarter. Vidanovic, Upshaw Jr., turns, shoots, misses. Kenneth Tuppen with a nice hand in there, but I think we're going to get a reset to 6. The shot clock shouldn't have reset off that Upshaw Jr. miss. So we'll get a timeout on that. 4:47 left to play in the third. Here's the replay. There's the miss. Didn't hit the ring. And you can see there in the background, the shot clock was at 6 when it was reset. So well picked up by the officials. And right now, Megan Compain, it's all about whether the Giants can respond. We've seen them respond many times this season. Let's not forget, when these two teams met last month, midway through the third, the Saints were out by 13.
Which is sitting there at 9, largest lead of the game since Saints sitting on with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. There's no time to be complacent, and I'm pretty sure that Coach Troy McLean is thinking exactly that, and the players have no sense of complacency against this extremely good Nelson Giants team. They're not top of the table right now for nothing. And we know that they have so many offensive weapons, particularly behind the three-point line, that can change a game within minutes.
Round 15 tips off on Thursday night. This is the last game of round 14. Just to refresh your memory, we go all the way back to last Wednesday night. Nuggets beat the Sharks by 15. Airs beat the Bulls by 7 on Friday night. Rams over the Sharks by 51. What a win that was for the Rams to keep their season alive. And the Hawks defeated a depleted Jets by 37. The Hawks hanging in there as well. Just about ready to get back underway here. Saints out by 8, looking to extend through Mike Smith. That'll miss. Reggie Upshaw Jr. on the putback. In fact, I reckon he's been called for the offensive foul here. He has. A push on the rebound, says referee Hayden Pipe. Let's have a look at the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There's just the gentle nudge on Sam Dempster, and you'd have to say the foul was there.
The good pick up by the referee, just a little nudge just to create a little bit of space, and typically you can get away with it, but the referee just happened to be standing right there to see the action. But Reggie Upshaw Jr.'s done well to keep himself only on his third foul since he picked up those 2 early fouls in the first quarter.
And an important call, because that would have put the Saints up by 10 with a shot at the Racine. So just keep that in your memory bank midway through the third.
Are we talking games within a games within a games within a game?
No, these two teams definitely won't finish on the same points. They're at different ends of the potential final 6. So head-to-head won't matter. Saints just have to win.
Absolutely right, and I think that's the easiest way to go out a game, isn't it? Just, we know we've got to win. I know we asked the players before games, after games, during games, what was it going to take, and they all have the same answer. We just got to win.
Here's Nick Tratham. This will be handy. In fact, it could be a 4-point play. So we talked about what just happened at the other end of the floor and how potentially, without that foul, it could have been a 10, maybe an 11-point margin. Good call by the official to see the foul. And then back the other way, Jordan Nartai cannons into Nick Tratham and takes out the GJ Gardner home signage. Nick Tratham at the Racine for a 4-point play and doesn't convert.
What a play. That was an incredible make right in the corner as he got KO'd, hit the ground, couldn't convert on the 4-point play.
Importantly, the margin's back to 5. Turnover here against the Saints. And the Giants have a chance to further reduce it. Morning wants it. He gets it. Goes to work. Big, heavy stuff on Nartai. Turns on the right and hooks it in for another 2. And just like that, Megan, it's a 3-point ball game.
No, you called it, Justin. You can never count this Nelson Giants team out.
They're on a run at the moment. Speaking of on a run, Jordan Nartai with the easiest run to the basket he's going to get this evening.
Oh, nice little move. Found the open gap. Made it look exceptionally easy.
Can the Giants respond again? West trying to keep control of it. Gets it out to Alex McNaught with just 4 seconds on the shot clock. He's fouled. He's off to the Racine line. Foul is on Kenneth Tuffin. That's his 4th personal foul. So both teams with some foul issues. Tuffin has 4, Upshaw Jr. has 3, Thompson has 4, Tyler Marsh has 3.
That's his 4th foul.
Well, you talk about swings in games and a potential 3-point play turning into what was almost a 4-point play. Also the fouls at this point in the game can a lot of the times tip a team one way or the other. Keeping players off the court when they probably prefer to be on the court, but also putting the teams on the line anytime there is a foul when the team foul count gets up there.
There is the foul. Can I just reiterate, the Giants have not lost away from home this season. They are a perfect 7 of 7 on the road.
That is an incredible stat when you think about how tough the schedule has been for travelling teams, in particular when they have to go north.
That man we just saw, Mike Fitchett, deserves a lot of credit for what he's done with this Giants team this season. I know the voting is yet to come from a panel of 15, 5 independents and all 10 coaches. But I reckon Mike Fitchett will be right up there for Coach of the Year. McNaught converts from the Racine, back to 3 points. They turn it over again. The #1 thieving hands in the business.
Just showed you why. Great
Dempster.
anticipation and read.
Can't convert. Jared West with 3 steals in this game tonight. Cooks has that look in his eye as he floats to the basket for 2. It just feels like he could do that anytime he wants to.
At will, that's absolutely right. I'm just looking at that going, he's looking at the score, he's got the ball in his hands, he's got a one-on-one opportunity to the basket, he's going to take it.
17 in the game. Tratham, deep,
Nick Trayton from downtown for three.
What an impact he's made in this quarter coming on from behind the arc.
9 in the game, 3 triples, 3 of 6 he is from downtown. And we know Nick Trayton can do that. He can heat up very, very quickly. Bogdanovic now creates his own space. He fires away. Nartai, in a battle underneath, was fouled. Foul is on Trey Morning, and in fact, it was Nartai on the putback, so, or it might be team fouls. It's team fouls, in fact. So Nartai to go to the line. Trey Morning with his 3rd foul in the game.
Just shows you the hustle both teams are showing at both ends of the court. Getting under the basket, getting in position, not getting the offensive rebound, but picking up the foul to take him to the Racine. And taking advantage of it, which we love to see.
Well, we know there's a big audience tonight. So many people looking forward to this game. And you can be assured that there'll be a lot of opposition coaches and players watching on as well. Margin at 3. Here's West. Samuel in front of him. He likes the matchup, but how about Darnay Samuel? Equal to the challenge and scores back the other way. Defensively, offensively, Darnay Samuel wins that battle.
We talk about how talented this kid is, and seem to strip the ball from one of the best point guards that New Zealand's ever seen and then take it coast to coast.
And a block from Bogdanovic. Maybe a turnover back the other way, yes. Believe it or not, out of all of that, the Giants have possession once again. West to Marsh, the lefty. There's a foul. That should count. Points should count there. Points do count to Tyler Marsh. There's a foul under the basket on Xavier Cooks, and that's going to give the Giants another couple of shots from the Racine. They could get 5 out of this.
Oh. What a shot.
Well, they convert here. It ties it up. There's the shot. The foul is off the ball under the basket. Look at Tyler Marsh.
Well, I think Jordan Nartai heard the whistle as soon as the shot went up and thought that he might have been called for another foul on the three-point shooter. Looking around very confused and still didn't actually quite see what happened under the basket with Xavier Cooks, but you're right, this could turn into a 5-point play.
Well, it's a 4-point play right now as Trey Morning makes the first. 76% from the Racine this season. Mike Smith asking questions. I'm not sure he's going to get a reversal of the call. How about that? It's all tied up. Incredible stuff unfolding here late in the 3rd quarter tonight, and the Giants are right back in this game. Inside the last minute of play. What can Mike Smith do? Jared West right there with him. Darnay Samuel helps out. Xavier Cooks. That's what can happen.
And Trentham's running back with a big smile on his face as well, saying, what could I do? What could I do about that?
Big basket from Xavier Cooks. Saints by 3. Shot clock just inside the game clock by about 3 seconds. Shot clock at 5 now. At 4, at 3. Tyler Marsh turns it over. Here come the Saints. They've got the numbers. Look out. Xavier Cooks. Listen to the crowd here at TSB Bank Arena. Big stuff from the Saints.
And that's a way to finish a quarter on a big 3-point play. Turnover, great defense. Good heads-up play by Tommy V just then. He actually was so aware of how much time was on the clock. He took his time and fed the ball to the big guy underneath, slamming it home.
And in the last minute there, they went from 5 up to even to 5 up. 60 seconds of basketball, folks, that may well be the best we've seen in season 2022. A quarter to play. The Saints lead it by 5. Don't go away.
pressure, James. Just 4,000 people behind you. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for James. Should we give that away? To get everyone real loud. What side should we start? This side, would you like the ball? Let's see, what about you guys? Can this side, can you do better than that? One more time on the other side. What are we doing? There's more of you. You guys, you're a little loud. Come on, can you give me that side? You're cool, man. One more time. Okay, we start this thing. What about you guys? Break out his legs. Love the energy, Wellington. Last quarter of the last.
Well, I hope you're comfortable, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got a big finish coming up tonight in the Cells NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes, right here, of course, on Sky Sport. Every game of season 2022 live. Final 6 starting next Wednesday night. We know the Giants are going to be there. Question is, will the Wellington Saints, quarter to play here, they lead by 5. Justin Nelson and Megan Compain with you. Got a feeling we're in for a big finish tonight.
I think we're in for a very big finish. 10 minutes of potentially the best basketball that we're going to see all year here at the TSB Arena with Kenny McFadden court. And what a way to start us off. Mike Smith draining the 3 from deep.
Well, hard to believe scores were tied up not that long ago. Saints now lead it by 8 with 9.5 minutes to play in this one tonight. Great setup by Sam Thompson. Nick Tratham with the finish, swinging on the iron. Margin at 6.
What impact he's had since he's come on. It was a cracking backdoor pass. Backdoor cut.
11 in the game. In fact, only Sam Thompson for the Giants has more with 13. He has 4 fouls. Speaking of fouls, Jared West letting Mike Smith know that every drive to the basket in this last quarter is going to be a tough one. GJ Gardner Homes replay. No doubt about the contact there.
I don't think there's any drive that Mike Smith doesn't take to the basket that's not tough for him, because he just seems to attract that defensive attention and often is flying into the front row. But he certainly knows how to draw a foul off the dribble.
Well, if this is the quality that we can expect next week at the Final 6 as well, Megan, I'm telling you now, folks, grab your tickets. 5 games in 4 nights. 2 games on the Wednesday night, and your ticket will get you into both, by the way. Semi-final Thursday night, semi-final Friday night, grand final Saturday night. Every game live on Sky Sport. Grand final also live on Prime. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And how well supported has this league been this year? It just continues to grow and grow. Fan base coming to games, attending games, watching on TV, great engagement on social media. Tell you what, basketball's here to stay.
It's been a smorgasbord. And of course it doesn't stop. To'ihi tomorrow night with the Queens and the Hoi Hoi. Thursday night, Ayers and the Giants. What a game that's going to be. It does not stop. Saints back out by 8 as Mike Smith converts a couple from the Racine line. Long way to go in this game. Here's Thompson with some space. That shot is short. Upshaw Jr. with the rebound. Xavier Cooks. Nartai walks into a brick wall and somehow charges through it. Well, I'm not sure how he did that, Jordan Nartai. found the smallest of gaps.
Smallest of gaps, held onto the ball like a rugby player. Looked for the faked out the back end. Took his time, great heads-up play.
I reckon he's just done his best impersonation there of an AFL goal umpire. I'd need to see that again. Have a look at this. Just watch his reaction afterwards, Jordan Nartai. We may not get it. Oh, there it is.
The two-finger point.
Well, being an Australian, I'm pretty proud of that. Well done, Jordan Nartai.
Jordan's played a lot of his professional basketball over in Australia, so he probably is, he might be a sneaky closet AFL fan.
Well, I've got to say, I've been in New Zealand for nearly 4 years.
And have never seen that.
He's the first Kiwi I've ever seen give an impersonation of an AFL goal umpire. What a basket it was. And look at that, the margin now, as we just got to break in the game to reset some time, but the margin now is at 10.
We've talked about the team that comes out in the beginning of the quarters is so critical to setting the tone and the pace for the rest of that quarter. And
well, how about the last minute
gone back and forth
of the third quarter? That was quite incredible.
Well, the way the Giants finished the first quarter.
Edge of your seat stuff tonight. I reckon there's a lot of schools around the capital city region that may not see kids bright and early tomorrow morning, because there's plenty of them here this evening. As Nartai converts, and they're out by 11.
As you've seen in the last matchup between these two teams, 11 points can be eroded pretty quickly with how dangerous this team is from outside beyond the arc.
Trathan with a rare miss from that corner. Sam Dempster not too far away from coming back into this game. He's actually been pretty well held tonight, Sam Dempster. That's come off a foot. And it'll be a Saints ball. I certainly don't think it was intentional.
And a reset of the shot clock.
Might just pick it up here. Not. There it is there, just off the foot of Jared West. Dempster back into the game. Goes at just under 14 points a game. He's got 9 so far tonight. Here's Smith. How about his second half? And he'll get the roll here. Well, he has absolutely put on a show. Coming off the bench in this one, he's now got 21 in the game. 4 of 5 from long range.
Well, he's certainly making a difference. He saw that opportunities coming off the high on-ball screens, getting a gap and just knocking it down.
Margin at 14, and it won't be long before we start talking about the Saints with 1 foot in the final 6, Tuatara to come on Saturday night. And of course the other story will be the Giants as morning finishes off the glass. They've got to back it up on Thursday night against the red-hot Taranaki Airs. And that'll be for top spot on the ladder if the Saints continue on their way here.
A lovely read between Tommy Vodonovich and Jordan Nartai underneath. So impressed with the patience that the Saints have been displaying on offense to make that extra pass and look for their open teammate.
Biggest margin in the game now. Morning, tough shot. Dempster gets up strong. He'll give the Giants a second look. Saints have now pushed their shooting percentage out to 54% tonight. Giants at 36%. Giants were leading the rebounds for a fair way. The Saints now +3 on the rebounds.
Still giving up a few offensive rebounds if there's something that Coach Troy McLean may have touched on in the halftime team chat. Don't allow those second chance opportunities, and there's one just there again.
Thompson misses the first. Cooks got a block on the second. And then a foul on Upshaw Jr. will send Thompson
to the Racine line. We mentioned when these two teams met earlier this season, Megan, that despite the Giants winning, the Saints won the points in the paint battle, which for any newbies to basketball, that's the points that you score from inside the key. They won that battle 50-24. Giants did get up by 3. Of course, they had that hot shooting night from downtown with 18 triples. Tonight in the paint, Saints 44, Giants 20.
Wow. And you say there's the difference in the game, and that's the game that Saints have changed from the beginning of the season, where they were relying a lot on the 3-ball and playing a lot behind the arc, to really taking advantage of their size inside.
Thompson misses both, but I think he's going to get one more opportunity here with a lane violation against
I think
Darnay
Darnay's
Samuel.
trying to plead his case that he was hovering. He didn't actually put his foot down, but
I'd love to be out on the court.
there's a little chit-chat.
Well, just listen to some of the excuses at times with players. We do get to hear those sitting courtside when they're near us. Made no difference in the end, and the crowd actually appreciated a third straight miss.
I think I'd love to be on the court to hear Tommy Vodanovic's chit-chat on the court, because he just looks like the kind of guy that would just keep needling and keep
He's a
needling and keep
competitor.
needling.
No doubt about that.
He's the basketball version of a Dane Coles, isn't he? And I say that with the greatest respect, thinking that Dane Coles is one of the best players.
I'll tell you who's not done with yet. Jared West. What a shot that was. And you can just see the fist pump afterwards. Gets it back to within 11. There's a long way to go in this game, and immediately a timeout called by the Saints. Have a look at the reaction here. We may just pick it up. There it is. Fist pump from Jared West. He's got 13 in the game tonight, 6 assists. He is #1 in the league for assists. And I can tell you now, if you're a Giants fan, you'll know from what we've seen a few times this season, this is not insurmountable.
No, it's not over. It's not out of the water. It's not out of the trouble zone yet, because this Giants team have proven time and time again, and to your point a lot earlier, they haven't lost on the road. So they've got statistics on their side. They've got hot shooters that we know can heat up. But they've been playing against a very, very disciplined Saints team tonight, who have played incredibly strong team basketball, both on the offensive end and the defensive end, more importantly, to hold this Giants team to 65 points midway through the fourth.
Saints have hit triple figures in their last 6 games. It's yielded 5 wins, just the 1 loss in that stretch. That was here at home against the Airs. What a game that was. People still calling that the game of the season. Anthony Hilliard with some insane shots in that one. There's Vodanovic. That's come off Darnay Samuel last. It'll be a Giants ball. Xavier Cooks helped back to his feet. He's had a good night tonight. 20 points at 66%. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, and that 1 big 3-pointer.
You say the strings to this guy's bow that he can pull at any particular time just makes him one of the most dangerous players in the league. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch the Saints team since he's come on board.
You feel like the Giants need another basket right here, right now. This would be massive, and it wasn't too far away.
It wasn't too far off, and I was having sort of flashbacks to that last encounter where that's where it started to go right for the Nelson Giants.
That one was in and out. Darnay Samuel could punish the Giants back the other way. West with the rebound. Bounces off a couple of bodies. Thompson will fire for 3, and that may get the roll. It does. So how about this from the Giants now? The resilience that they've shown many a times this season, especially on the road, where they have a perfect record. They've brought the margin back to 8. And they've won it back as Jordan Nartai commits the offensive foul. So the Giants all of a sudden, Megan, on a bit of a roll.
Certainly are, and that's such a niggly call, isn't it? That on-ball offensive foul call. But if we're being consistent through the season, the referees have been looking for it, and they have actually been calling it quite consistently. I know Jordan will be really disappointed to get picked up on that foul, because it just seems quite unnecessary, but it's probably the right call from the referee.
That's his third of the game. And I know I keep saying this, but there's a long way to go yet. Thompson, Dempster can hit threes. Sammy D coming to life at the right time for the Nelson Giants tonight. And the Giants bench are right beside us, Megan, and they have found voice.
They certainly have. They're up off their seats, and they've silenced this Wellington crowd with a great run and a great three-point play.
Samuel with the miss, Morning with the rebound, margin at 5. Was it 14 not that long ago? Jared West, he attacks the basket, he draws the foul, he's off to the Razine.
We can see the Nelson Giants seem to get a little bit of momentum on their side. They've had the game shift, hit a couple of threes.
Well, they've got 9 players here tonight, the Giants. They've got 2 staff on their bench. I saw Giants stalwart Steve Fitchett buzzing around before. So I count that as about 12 people in a building containing 4,000 people going for the Giants tonight.
And the rest, and the staff and the bench and the Saints support crew. So you're absolutely right. It's the odds are against them, but you made the point earlier, they haven't lost on the road.
Jared West nails both from the line, and just like that, we've gone from 14 to 3. They're top of the table for a reason. If they win this one tonight, Giants, they lock down spot number 1 for the first time since 1994. Here's Xavier Cooks stepping to the basket. How about that for a finish?
Impossible to stop that when he is on a roll, and that finger roll right at the basket, right at the hoop. But this game is going to come down to the wire.
He's the man that can win it for the Saints, Xavier Cooks. Speaking of players that can win it, Jared West missing on the shot as the Saints look to steady now. I think if they score here, the Giants will go to an automatic timeout, 5-point margin. Tuffin on the arc.
Junior looking for it down low. He had the mismatch, but
here he goes again, Cooks. West with the rebound. He picks up the speed, finds a lane, goes to the basket and misses what he would usually finish. Cooks with the rebound, flaying his arms and keeping it alive for the Saints. Giants wanted a foul there. Smith.
This would be big.
Can't finish inside the last 3. 5-point ball game. Here's Thompson. Been involved in everything tonight. He goes up off the glass. Trey Morning is there to finish it off. 14 in the game for Trey Morning, and we're back to 3. Timeout. In fact, technical foul called. So who's the tech on here? Let's wait for this call. Technical foul is on the Saints bench. So I'm not sure what was said, but technical foul called on the Saints bench. Giants have a chance to close this gap. We now have a timeout. This game's had everything.
It's had everything, and I think what was said, not sure, but something happened in underneath the basket there. Xavier Cooks came away not happy with that offensive rebound putback, whether or not there was a little shove in the back or a push to get him out of the way, because he looked like he had pretty good position. All of a sudden he wasn't there, and he was extremely upset about something that went on underneath the basket.
Well, lots of questions being asked on the sidelines there by the Saints. They'll zero back in on the job at hand. There's the officials having a chat.
So when we restart this game, the Giants are headed to the Racine line. 2:37 to play. 3-point margin. Giants winning the last quarter at the moment, 17-15. But more importantly, Saints did have a 14-point lead earlier this quarter.
They certainly did. We talked about it. You can't count this team out for anything, but 3-point game with the Giants coming back out to go to the line, shoot the technical and take possession.
I can't stress enough, if you're a Saints fan, I know you're going to be on the edge of your seat right now. One win, of course they play tonight and they play Saturday night. One win still may not be enough. 2 wins definitely. 1 win may get them there depending on some other results, and we've spoken about it ad nauseum. We've got no idea what's going to happen from here across round 15 and the 5 games to be played.
And the thanks for, if the Saints do come out on top in this game, what an emotional roller coaster, a physical game. They're going to turn around and travel up to Auckland to play that doubleheader with the Tuatara, with a very good Tuatara team.
And they're talking about a sellout on Thursday night in New Plymouth. That is just incredible. Thursday night sellout in New Plymouth for the Airs and the Giants. If the Giants go down here and the Airs win on Thursday night, the Airs finished top of the ladder. Has that ever happened before in the Cells NBL? The Airs finishing top of the ladder. They've won more games this season. Take out 2020. They've won more games this season than just about the entire 4 full seasons put together before that.
Oh, give them a bit of a break.
I'm speaking fact. That's a fact.
Well, I just love the fact that they were sitting at 10th on the ladder last time I was sitting here with you, Justin, which was not that long ago, but there's a few weeks that passed and all of a sudden they've catapulted themselves.
Oh, they've been
in
playing
contention.
Great basketball. So here we go, 2:37 to play. Jared West, who goes at 82% from the line, and tonight is 4 of 5, has just brought the fans further to their feet.
That just goes to show you how you're the most professional player with great shooting percentage, that pressure can still get to you, but I doubt he'll miss this one.
There you go. Makes it. And brings it back to 2. So the Saints now on the restart. Giants have had their pair after the tech foul, converting 1. No team in the bonus just yet. Let's see what the Saints do here. Xavier Cooks creates a gap. Well, that is Xavier Cooks, ladies and gentlemen, at his absolute best. He's a beast.
Give me the ball, clear the way, and I'll bring it home for you. Thank you very much.
4-point margin. West fouled. Back to the Racine. Nartai with the foul. That's his 4th. Look at this. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Sam Dempster just caught going one way there.
That's his 4th foul.
Xavier Cooks tonight has 24 in the game, 7 rebounds. And maybe no basket bigger than that last one. Pressure is on.
Certainly is, from a very good foul shooter and professional player there. That's telling of how much pressure is on this game right now, and how every point is going to matter. They're going to look back at every single play when it comes to the end of this game.
Splits the pair. Has hit 2 of his last 4. Margin remains at 3. We hand it back to the Saints. We hand it back to Cooks. Somehow keeps it alive and good enough to finish. Well, he's doing it all for the Saints.
Pick it up, reverse layup. Thank you very much. You're not stopping this man with his hands on the ball.
Star Aussie Xavier Cooks as Thompson misses. Margin at 5. And just give it over to this man again. Here he goes to work. Xavier Cooks. Timeout, Giants. This man is pumped. And right now, he is leading the Saints to the Sal's NBL 2022 Final Six. Look at that. What a huge minute and a half of play from Xavier Cooks.
I don't know what to say, Justin. It's hard to sit there and not just be an absolute wonder of this kid and what he can do with the basketball in his hands. The absolute difference maker, Kevin Durant style, Dracula, unstoppable when he wants to be.
Well, we were talking earlier, Megan, about Jared West's claims as MVP this season. I reckon Javonte Douglas from the Airs will be right up there. But I'll tell you one man who's going to leave a lasting memory in the minds of the 15 people who have to vote, Xavier Cooks.
Well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? We talked to Saints owner Jordan Mills a little bit earlier in the season, and he said, we know we started out a bit light and we took our chances, we didn't have all our inputs in, but we thought we are going to take our chances because we've got an opportunity to bring Xavier Cooks here and we'll make it up at the other end of the season. I'm sure he probably didn't realise it was going to be this much of a battle, and he would have hoped that they would have a little easier run, but I tell you what, he has been an absolute pleasure to have it playing in the league this year. 28
in the game, Xavier Cooks. Last 3 baskets for the Saints. They're out by 7. Trey Morning can't complete. McNaught, big rebound. And now he'll attack the basket, turns around and makes it. What a basket that is from the young man, Alex McNaught.
Big offensive rebound in between 2 giant trees and comes away with the 2 to boot.
Sam Thompson now has the job on Xavier Cooks. Sam Dempster with the foul, but they do have fouls to give. 70 seconds to play, margin at 5.
That's the first on Sam Dempster, but you're right, they've got fouls to give. They're not going to go to the line just yet, so.
Saints can't give up any more fouls here. Cooks and Thompson having a friendly chat. Troy McLean directing traffic from the sidelines. Importantly here at 5 up, Saints have possession. Dangerous pass to Nartai, doubled in the corner. They're going to have a loose player somewhere. Upshore Jr. The fans are on their feet.
Get the hand up for effect.
Here's Jared West, Dempster, back to West. He goes from the car park. Can't make it, they'll get it back. Well, we spoke right at the start of tonight about the inclusion of Reggie Upshaw Jr. as a fortuitous masterstroke. And have a look at this.
At the right time. He's had a relatively quiet game. He is on 4 fouls. He got a couple of early, but he is a maker, and he may very well just secured the win for the Saints.
First triple in the game for Reggie Upshaw Jr. The Saints 8 of 23 from distance tonight. The Giants 12 of 37. 37 of their 71 shots coming from beyond the arc. Now, got something else being spoken about on the sidelines here. I think the Saints bench may be having a word to Thompson. They're going to get it back, and the crowd loves it. Dying seconds of this epic Tuesday night clash in the Sal's NBL. Mike Smith happy to use time here.
Heads up play.
They're going to get the win, the Saints. You wait till you hear this crowd in about half a minute's time. Mike Smith, wait till you hear him now. Have a look at this crowd at TSB Bank Arena tonight. 4,000 people on a Tuesday evening. Forget about work, forget about school. It's all about the Sal's NBL tonight. What a contest. And just like that, the Saints are back out to 10. Mike Smith here. getting this crowd on their feet.
A little wave bye-bye just to finish it off, but what a play by Mike Smith, who's had a great game coming off the bench, as you said early on, to make a massive impact. 23 points with a great two-pointer to probably just seal the deal, putting the Saints up 10 points with 23 seconds to go. So not only such an important game for the Saints to win, to keep their playoff hopes alive, that they potentially have just handed the Nelson Giants their first loss on the road.
And it sets the scene on Thursday night for a clash in New Plymouth that will determine which team goes into the final six with the #1 ranking. The Airs and the Giants coming your way on Sky Sports, 7:30 p.m. Thursday night. Do not miss that one. Massive round 15 coming up. So much still to play out. The Saints are still in the hunt for the final six. What an incredible comeback story it's been in 2022. They finish their home stand with arguably their best win of the season. This crowd full of voice. What a win tonight by the Wellington Saints. 10-point margin, nothing in it. We don't know what lies ahead for the Saints. We know what does for the Giants. Saints take on the Tuatara on Saturday night, live on Sky and right across the country on Prime. But right now, the Saints are a lot closer than they were at the start of the evening.
Kenny is here with us, and he's been with us all season long.
There's Coach Troy McLean.
Round of applause for each and every
the fans lapping this one up. We're going to try and get Xavier Cooks and have a chat with him quickly. 28 points tonight. Huge last quarter for Xavier Cooks. What a star. He came to play tonight and delivered in spades. Some huge baskets from the Aussie. And how about that? Saints get it by 10. The Giants, a lot to like about their night tonight. They came and came and came again, but in the end, the Saints with too much. Let's head down to the sidelines. Star of the show tonight, Xavier Cooks is with Megan Compain.
Xavier Cooks, what a game. Oh, look, I'm not going to keep you from your teammates because you're going to be really looking forward to celebrating, but tell us how important that game was to win against the Nelson Giants tonight.
I mean, it was huge, especially because they got one up on us early in the year, but I mean, they're a great basketball team. That was a great test for us, and I'm really proud of the boys for stepping up.
We are looking forward to seeing your playoff run and hopes continue to drive as you go up to Auckland. How are you preparing for the Auckland game? It's going to be a tough match on Saturday.
Yeah, they got Chris Johnson back, right? I'm excited to play against that big fella. But we just do the same old things, working what we've been doing well. We did a terrible job rebounding the ball tonight, turning the ball over, but the officiating was pretty tough tonight, I'm not going to lie to you.
I'll tell you what, this Wellington crowd and this Wellington town have loved seeing you on the court. Thank you for coming and sharing your basketball with us. Good luck for the rest of the season and good luck for the playoff hunt.
Thank you so much for having me, I really appreciate it.
Superstar tonight, Xavier Cooks. He helps the Saints get over the line by 10. Let's take a quick look at the stats. Action-packed stuff in the Cells NBL tonight. Quick look at the steals there. There's the points. Cooks with 28. Mike Smith off the bench with 23. 5 players in double digits for the Giants. Rebounds pretty evenly spread amongst the stars of the show. Jared West, #1 in the league for assists. He was huge after quarter time. As we continue to flick through all the blocks belonging to the Saints. And the kids are already lined up, Megan, to meet the players. They've had a big night tonight. Huge crowd here. Last regular season home game. Some Tokomanoa Queens fans as well.
In the crowd.
They're in action tomorrow night on Sky Sport up against the Southern Hoiho. As we head out, they're seeking championship number 13. They've done it the hard way. Such a competitive league this season. They're a lot closer to being in the final 6 tonight. Huge game coming up on Saturday night against the Tuatara. Giants back in action Thursday night. What a season.
What a season, and full credit to the Nelson Giants, and they certainly came to play. It wasn't their night, the class act, and we're looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs. But I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, Justin, but I'm on the edge of my seat cheering for the Saints team. I'm so thrilled that they came through tonight. Great team effort led by Xavier Cooks, but a great offensive showing by Mike Smith, and amazing defense. I think that's another thing that they've talked about. 79 points for the Nelson Giants.
Been a big night. Thanks, Megan Compain. As always, one round to go in the Sal's NBL, ladies and gentlemen. 8 teams battling for 6 spots, and the Saints are still in the mix. We'll see you tomorrow night for more from Ta'ihi. Thursday night, Sal's NBL. The action, the smorgasbord, basketball on Sky Sport just keeps getting better and better. See you soon.